terms of looking at the season as a whole, would you call that the most complete game you guys had this year?
I don't know, Tyler. I don't think about it like that. We did enough all three phases to win the game, truthfully. So always some things when we came in today, things we got to get cleaned up, things we did well, some things we did well, why we won the game, some things that we got to make sure we're trying to improve on.
The Cardinals put out a great photo of you after the game, showing kind of the emotions in the locker room. Just what did you feel in that moment?
No emotions in the locker room. No, well, I don't know. I don't know what photo it was, but I was probably juiced up for giving the game ball to James, probably is what it was. I don't know. I thought that he played outstanding last night, and, it's every game's the same, but some, kind of burn a little deep, so I was probably excited for him.
Could you feel the team kind of rally behind him, just knowing how big it was for him returning home?
No, I wouldn't say that. They rally behind him all the time because of how he prepares and practices and the teammate that he is. That's why he's a captain. I've talked about that. But I thought that they were happy for him, too.
What do you think that whole the game meant to him, the performance meant to him, the win meant to him?
I mean, a lot, but today he's back at it, so.
Can you talk about the mental toughness of your team? You guys displayed the Trey McBride touchdown. The first one looked like it was a touchdown. They reviewed it, and it's not. The very next play, you guys score. The times you guys had to come off the field because of the weather, you come back, make big plays right away.
Yeah, focus on the present. You know what I mean? That's the whole cycle of a snap, one thing at a time, and whatever happens in the past, you got to move on. Can't let that affect you. So, they took a touchdown off the board, but we still needed to execute a third down to get points there. It was huge. So. That's what we did, and that was good. And then as far as the delays, I've never been a part of anything like that, but I thought the coaches had a really good plan. When we came in at halftime, what our normal halftime was, then they delayed us, so we kind of took a breath, but then we got them going mentally a little bit, and then went back out. Went in the second time, kind of did the same thing that we do at halftime. They cranked the music up a little bit because I just didn't want them, staring into the oblivion, waiting for the refs to come tell me, all right, come on back out. So made sure that their nervous system was still prepped. So they did a good job.
How do you approach this bye week? And do you think it's different, the fact it's this late, than if it would have been like 6 weeks ago?
No. I mean, we're kind of going through, obviously the amount of games left is not as many. Which, if you have an early buy or kind of a mid buy, you might look at changing certain things. But we honestly, Darren, all three coordinators do a really good job. We actually meet on it on Mondays. Is we kind of self-scout that word every week, and not just from the last game, but the whole season, truthfully. So we know what we need to work on and the improvements that we have to make, and a couple slight adjustments, which to me being adaptable is you're making those adjustments as you go on and who you're playing, really. So we've kind of been doing a good job at that, but I think they do need a little bit of a reset and some rest. We've been going at it a pretty long time here now. So, and I think that's going to afford us to get some guys back and get healthy, and once we get back in here, we'll be business as usual.
So what is the plan for the players this week?
Where they work today, they'll be off until back in on, I think, Monday. We'll work on Monday. We call it a bonus Monday. We'll get them going, practice, lift, meet, and then take Tuesday off, and then normal week.
What was your message to them, John, when you set them out after today? You address them and say, here's what I want you to do, here's what I don't want you to do?
Yeah, we always talk about with our guys expectations and standards, and going on a bye week's nothing different. But I trust our guys to do the right thing and get themselves healed up and mentally stay engaged a little bit as it gets later on into the week. But I actually want them to put it down for a little bit here. Coaches included a little bit; they won't, but. I think the players, you need a mental break. I do believe in that. So I don't really want them studying a lot right now. I don't want them looking at different things, just relax for a couple days and then get back into it.
How important yesterday was taking advantage and capitalizing on their mistakes, but also
rebounding, coming back from your own mistake?
Yeah, I think huge. I mean, a couple turning points in that game was what you just said, you know, and I think there was, God, I think we even had maybe a penalty or went backwards after the takeaway and then got it going and scored a touchdown there, which that was huge. You know, a couple penalties that they had on fourth down, we converted, you know, we played penalty free. So that's what winning in the NFL is, though. You know what I mean? You got to seize opportunities when you can. You got to try to play pretty clean football, and along with all the alignment, assignment, key technique, and execution, and playmaking, and resiliency, and physical, and toughness, and effort, all that stuff, like, comes down to taking advantage of opportunities within a game, and I thought we did that.
I know, you know, having a 3-10 record going into the bye week is obviously not ideal, but is this about as good as a 3-10 team can feel, you know, considering Murray's coming back? It just seems like there's a lot of things trending.
Yeah, one day at a time for me, you know what I mean? We know that what we did yesterday was good enough. Don't look already adjusted and corrected the stuff in the past. When we get back here, we'll put all our effort and energy into San Francisco, one day at a time.
Will you use this next week, or this week, I guess, to prepare for San Francisco, but maybe start preparing for a game or two beyond that?
No, we won't do that.
What's your opinion on all the offensive penalties you guys have had?
How many did we have yesterday?
60 probably?
Yeah, some of it operation, you know what I mean? Some of it technique. Always a constant battle to try to play clean football.
One battle a lot of times has been third down throughout the season. And yesterday, after missing the first 4, converted 10 of the next 12. Was it just as simple as execution or anything in the plan?
I think a little bit of both. You know what I mean? I talked with Drew about it today. Can't be afraid to repeat plays when they're good, you know? I said I don't repeat pressures, so I guess that's kind of the same thing. But I repeat coverages. We repeat coverages, you know? Truthfully, probably the players making some really good plays, you know, and making sure that it's always a blend of coaching and playing, setting it up, coaching the detail of it, making sure they know what to do, know what to do, handling different things that they could get on those downs, and then just, you know, making plays, you know, all 11 together. It takes all 11. I mean, a lot of those great pitches and catches, but great protection. You know, some in 5-man, some in 6-man, some with 6-man with a chipper. Like the pocket was pretty clean for him, and guys are winning in the secondary, and he's throwing strikes and they're making plays. So, you know, it's honestly playing.
Talk about guys winning. Was it a plan to go to the tight ends as much as it ended up, or is it just the way the game?
Yeah, there's always kind of a first read, second read, a couple alerts on different things depending on what they give you. But, you know, I think he liked a couple one-on-ones that he had, and Trey won, and he threw it to him. So, conversion.
Kyler told us that maybe he started a little fast in his operation. He slowed himself down. And what did you see out of Kyler maybe from beginning?
Yeah, I thought he settled in. You know what I mean? There's a couple, I think his feet are so good and so fast. I think sometimes he gets sped up a little bit, and he's aware of that. Maybe where, you know, when he's ready to hitch and throw, the routes aren't developed or his eyes aren't getting to the right progression. But he's doing a good job with that. He actually told me that when he came off, I think after the 3rd or 4th series, he goes, I'm settled in. Like he felt real good about what we're doing. But you know, that's as his process continues of playing in the offense versus different defenses, second time on the road, that'll continue to get better.
Jason, my follow-up, is that just a rep thing over time where he just learns to kind of settle it earlier?
Yeah, I mean, I think every game's different because Atlanta, he was, I mean, extremely poised early in the game, and he was poised this time too. It's just, you know, they have a say too, is what I would say. You know, that's kind of my thing about that. We thought this, you know, they didn't give us that, or he was thinking one thing and, you know, he saw this or saw that. Sometimes that, you know, goes into that as well. But I thought that his feet were clean. He made some plays out of the pocket that were critical to extend some plays there, and he ran it pretty good when he decided to tuck and run it. So he was good.
As you watch the tape, how good was it, or, you know, as you evaluated it on that goal line stand, not only from the one, but the 3 plays before that
Yeah.
also.
Huge. I mean, those are 4-point plays every down, not just third down or fourth down. First and second down are too. So I thought the execution was really good down there. And then we took away the first read on the third down. We took away the first read, kind of scurried through. We had a pretty good contain on them in there. Had a retrace that got them down, a cap off with Josh, got them down. And then the fourth down play, we got a really good knockback, and a couple guys inserted and thumped it. And Luquetta, I think, got a leg up and cut the engine, as we would call it, and got a stand. And then you're looking and I click over, and it's like, Drew, get us out of here. You know what I mean? Like, get us a first down so we don't have to punt backed up, especially you can't hear anything in that end zone, you know what I mean? And I mean, it was good ball there go down there 99 yards versus a good defense, and that, and it ate the clock, it scored 7 points. You go up at halftime knowing you're getting the ball back. That was one of the reasons we won the game.
Probably a lot of people will overlook that third down when you're down there, and Kyler just hits Elijah,
Yeah.
who he's probably not working with a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. I thought it was a really good catch and run by Elijah. They stripped at it twice, too. He had really premium ball security, as I would call it. I call that split in two after he caught it. Tight turn, split two, got some extra yardage, got us out of there. Big time play.
With 4 games left to go, are you evaluating your players with a look ahead toward next season at all, any more than you would the first 4 weeks of the season?
No.
Can you explain why?
One day at a time, one game at a time. What can we do to win a game? That's what I'm worried about.
You mentioned the execution on that, deep down there. James also mentioned on the 9-yard touchdown, I think he said to the offensive lineman, guys, muscle up. And they obviously did that there. Is that a big part, too, of what happened on that defensive stand?
Yeah, the muscle up thing, I think that comes a little from Drew and Clayton, that Drew will say, hey, we're going to challenge these guys, and we're not talking about them, we're talking about us. Like, that's, anytime it's fourth down in the red zone, they know that they get a stop, and it's 7 points now off the board, not, a 4-point play just went into a 7-point play. And it's hard to stop a team for a yard typically. So good resilience, good energy there, good physical football. All 11 guys doing their job, knocked it down.